Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Let us begin our study of Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam in our Bhakti Vaibhava course. We will be starting from the third canto, chapter 9, entitled Lord Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy, text number 20. But before that, let us chant our auspicious invocation prayers, Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीराय आहवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम् नेत्रे पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामम् पार्थास्त्रपूतपदमापुरस्य। अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघांसयापाय यदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। अशेषसङ्क्लेशशमं विधत्ते गुणानुवादश्रवणं मुरारे। किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द परागसेवारतिरात्मलब्धा। सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्यसुखाय दुःखम् महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदाह साक्षात् भगवान् ऋषिभ्यः। त्वं भक्तियोगपरिभावितहृत्सरोज आस्ये श्रुते ननु नाथ पुंसाम्। यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय। सोऽसावदभ्रः करुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं वृजिम्भम्। प्रेमस्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं वृजिम्भन् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माद्व्यागिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः। ससर्जाग्रन्थतामिस्रम् अथत्तामिस्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तयः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So let's begin. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam 3.9.20. Yo vidyayānupahato pidashartha nidramuvaha jathari kritalokayatraha antarjale kashipu sprishanukulam bhimormimalini janasya sukham vibrinvan. Translations and purports by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: Lord Brahma is offering these prayers to Lord Garbhodakshay Vishnu. My Lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes. Ahi Kashipu. Ahi means snake, and Kashipu means bed. Remember? Hiranya Kashipu. Hiranya means gold, Kashipu means nice bed. So Krishna accepts the nice bed of the transcendental snake, Shri Anantadev. So Ahi Kashipu, snake of Lord Ananta Sheshnaga. Showing the happiness of your sleep to the intelligent people. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen. When there are violent waves of devastation in the Pralaya Sagar, Lord Vishnu is so great that he enjoys sleep. Can you imagine? There is a hurricane, there is flooding, all the planets are getting destroyed. Can anybody imagine to sleep comfortably? When there is a hurricane, there is an evacuation warning. Nobody sleeps. Everybody just evacuates. But when the whole world is being destroyed, even the upper planetary systems, everything is being destroyed in the Pralaya Sagar, Lord Vishnu is so powerful, so unaffected by the upheavals in this material world, that he is not only sleeping, but enjoying sleeping. On the bed of Lord Anantashesh. This may seem very surprising, but actually it is not. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. Persons who cannot think of anything beyond the limit of their own power are like frogs in a well, who cannot imagine the length and breadth of the great Pacific Ocean. Just because we cannot sleep when there is destruction around us doesn't mean that Krishna also cannot. So we cannot be like frogs. A frog cannot understand what is the Pacific Ocean because the frog has lived in the well all its life. Text 21. Yannabhi padma bhavanad aham asam idya lokatrayopakarano yad anugrahena tasmai namasta udarastha bhavaya yoga nidravasana vikasan nalinekshanaya. Lord Brahma prays to Lord Vishnu, O object of my worship, Idya means worshipable. O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel. For the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. Yan Nabhi Padma Bhavanad. Bhavan means house. We say Nanda Bhavan, the house of Nanda Maharaj. So I am born from the house of your lotus navel. Yan Nabhi Padma Bhavanad. Aham. I have come, Asam, I have manifested from your lotus navel, O Idya, O worshipable Lord. And I have been born for the purpose of creating the universe. Upakaranaha. I have come for Upakaranaha. The purpose of my appearance, Brahmaji is saying, is to create. That is the mission of Lord Brahma's life. Everybody has a mission in this world. Krishna accepts service from everyone, all of us. We have some purpose. His Holiness Kadamba Kanan Maharaj, in one of his final messages, said something that really touched my heart. Please listen carefully. His Holiness Kadamba Kanan Maharaj said, all of us are unique. Whatever way Krishna has made us, make your contribution and go. Kadamba Kanan Maharaj said. You have got this life, you have got this body, you have got certain abilities, and we all have certain inabilities. Correct? All of us can do some things, all of us cannot do some things. Our Mukta Sangha Prabhu is an excellent cook. I just found out. Shama Kishore Mata is smiling because she has experienced it in the camp. She's giving the thumbs up. Mukta Sangha Prabhu. Very nice cook. Some of us cannot cook. Some of us can play mridanga. Some of us cannot. Some of us can take nice photographs like Ajay Govind Prabhu. Some of us cannot. So we all have different abilities. We all have different talents. Kadamba Kanan Maharaj said, whatever way Krishna has made you, make your contribution to Srila Prabhupada and go. All of us can make some contribution. Just make your contribution sincerely before we meet death. I found that very inspiring. Just make your contribution to the best of your ability, sincerely, and go. So Brahmaji is saying, I have been born to create. Upakarana, that is my purpose. But yad anugrahena, I can create by your mercy. I can create by your mercy. I can give classes by your mercy. I can do kirtan by your mercy. I can play mridanga by your mercy. I can cook by your mercy. I can take photographs by your mercy. I can dance by your mercy. I can build temples by your mercy. Everything we do, Krishna anugrahena. It is by the mercy of Krishna. That we have to remember. Brahmaji is saying, Lokatraya upakarano. I have come to create the three worlds. Lokatraya upakarana. I have come to create three worlds, but yad anugrahena. By your mercy. To that Lord, worshipable Lord Idya, I offer my obeisances. All these planets of the universe were stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you were enjoying sleeping. Yoga Nidra. Now your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning. What Tithi is tomorrow? What auspicious Tithi is tomorrow? Yes. Shayana Ekadashi. Lord Vishnu goes to sleep tomorrow. So here, Bhagavatam, there is Praman. Shri Garbhodaksha Vishnu also goes to sleep. And then listening to the prayers of Brahmaji, he has woken up. Your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning. Nidravasana vikasan naline kshanaya. Nalina iksha. Your eyes are like nalin, lotus. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Lord Brahma is teaching us the beginning of Archana regulations from morning 4 o'clock to night 10 o'clock. 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock, Krishna has to be served. Or 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, we have to be active in the service of Krishna. That is the purpose of our life. And then 10 to 4, 6 hours we can sleep. Early in the morning, the devotee has to rise from his bed, 4 o'clock, Prabhupada says, and pray to the Lord. Chant 16 rounds at least. And there are other regulative principles for offering Mangalarti early in the morning. I remember whenever His Holiness Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj would come to Atlanta. Sometimes he would come late at night, and then there would be a welcome address. So many devotees would meet, come to the room. By the time Maharaj took a rest, it used to be very late sometimes. But still, next day morning, Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj would be there in the temple for Mangal Aarti. Every time. Even if health was not good. Always. Never compromise on that. So, Srila Prabhupada is saying, early in the morning, the devotee has to rise from bed and pray to the Lord. And there are other regulative principles for offering Mangal Aarti early in the morning. This is the instructions of the Shastra and Acharyas. And Acharya teaches by example. So we can follow. Text 22. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृदेक आत्मा सत्त्वे नयन् मृडयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मेदृशमनुस्पृशता यथाहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ. So we should all wake up early in the morning. We should sleep at a proper time. Radhesham Prabhu has given a sadhana card for devotees. In that, there is also sleeping time. What time you went to bed and what time you woke up. Because we may wake up early before 4 o'clock, so we can start our morning routine. But if we are sleeping late, the quality of our bhajan will not be good. And what were we doing at night? So that accountability is there. If we have to write down what time we went to bed. Going to bed at a proper time with the proper consciousness is also sadhana. It is also part of the regulative lifestyle of a devotee. So that's important, what time we sleep also. So we should try to sleep at a proper time, not waste time when it is bedtime, especially on the phone. That's a very big distraction on the phone. At night, when everything is done, we lie down in the bed and then we browse Instagram reels and this and that. So we should guard against that, because that's a time to go to sleep. We should just chant Hare Krishna silently in our mind and fall asleep. Or do something Krishna conscious, read some Krishna conscious book, some Shastra, and go to sleep. But sleeping at the right time is important so that we get enough rest. So, text 22, Lord Brahmaji is praying, let the Supreme Lord be merciful toward me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and he maintains all for their ultimate happiness by his 6 transcendental opulences. Bhagavan Bhagena. Bhagena means by his bhaga, his opulences. Krishna is the strongest, he is the wealthiest, he is the most knowledgeable, he is the most beautiful, he is the most famous, and he is the most renounced. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashashriya jnanam vairagyam. Jnanam vairagyam. These are the 6 bhaga, 6 opulences of Bhagavan. And Brahmaji is praying for the mercy of the Supreme Lord. May he be merciful toward me so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create. For I am one of the surrendered souls, pranata, who are dear to the Lord. Priya asau. Pranata, priyosau. I am pranata, I am surrendered, and I am dear to the Lord. Brahmaji is saying. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna is Purushottam. Shri Krishna is Purushottam. He is the Supreme Lord. Further down, Srila Prabhupada writes, Lord Brahma prayed for Krishna's mercy so that he might be able to create. This service of creation requires empowerment and blessings. So we should always pray. Only by Lord Krishna's causeless mercy could Brahma create both material and spiritual personalities like Marichi, who is one of the Prajapatis. So it's material service. And Sri Narad Muni, who is Acharya. Even Vyasdev's guru is Narad Muni, son of Brahma. Lord Brahma prayed to Lord Krishna because he is very much dear to the surrendered souls. The surrendered souls know nothing but Lord Krishna, and therefore Lord Krishna is very affectionate towards them. ये तु धर्मामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रिय. The devotee is very dear to Krishna. Text 23. एष प्रपन्नवरदो रमयात्मशक्त्या यद्यत् करिष्यति गृहीतगुणावतारः तस्मिन् स्वविक्रममिदं सृजतोऽपि चेतो युञ्जीत कर्मशमलं च यथा विजयाम्. The Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead Krishna, is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. If we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will protect us. If we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will protect us. Mashucha. Sarvadharman parityajya, mamekam sharanam. Then Mashucha. Then we don't have to worry. Krishna will protect us. His activities, Krishna's activities, are always enacted through his internal potency. Atma Shakti Karishyati. Atma Shakti. Krishna performs his Leela through his internal potency. His activities are enacted through his internal potency, Rama, the goddess of fortune. Brahmaji is saying, I pray only to engage in the Lord's service in the creation of the material world. And I pray that I not be materially affected by my works. For thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. Isn't this very profound? This is so profound. Shamalam means all the material affection, contamination. Vijayam, may I give up the false idea that I am the creator. So Brahmaji is praying for empowerment to do his service of creating the material world. At the same time, Brahmaji is also praying that Krishna, I am going to be the Brahma, I am going to be the creator of this universe. Of pride can come in me that I am the creator, I am the grandfather of the universe. But Krishna, I don't want to become proud because then I will displease you. So please bless me so that I can do the service yet not become proud. In Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, later on, Krishna says, I think it is in the 11th canto, Krishna says that if one is very rich, if one is very knowledgeable, if one is very renounced, but at the same time doesn't have pride, then you should know that person has received my mercy. Being qualified, but still being humble. That is a real devotee. So Brahmaji wants to become qualified. He wants to do his service in a first class way. At the same time, he wants to be very humble. That is how we should pray. We should not just pray to achieve great things. We should not just pray to complete our task. We should pray so we can complete our seva, but we should pray that I remain humble. I don't go away from you. Because what is the use of performing service and becoming proud? Then we will go away from Krishna. So we want to do our service, but we want to be humble. Because only through humility we can please Krishna. Therefore, Krishna says that one of the limbs of Sharanagati is humility. Dainya Atmanivedana, Goptritve Varana, Avashya Rakshive Krishna, Vishwasa Palana. Bhakti Anukula Bhav, Karyara Svikar, Bhakti Pratikula Bhav, Varjanangikar. Bhakti Anukula Matra Karyara Svikar, Bhakti Pratikula Bhav, Varjanangikar. Dainya Atma Nivedana, Goptritve Varana, Avashya Rakshive Krishna, Vishwasa Palana. This is Sharanagati, the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. But it begins with Dainya, begins with Dainyata. Even Kirtane Sadahari begins with humility. Tiranadapi Sunichena. Apana ke hina gyan ayogyata buddhi paramile Krishna prem hai sabasiddhi. Apana ke hina gyan. Considering oneself to be very fallen. Ayogyata buddhi. Considering oneself unqualified. So Brahmaji is saying, may I create as a service, but may I not become proud. In the purport, little bit down, third sentence, Srila Prabhupada says, Lord Brahma, who is only an assistant in the modes of creation, wanted to remain in his actual position as an instrument of the Lord. Nimitta matra bhava sarvya sachin. Instead of becoming puffed up by the false prestige of thinking himself the creator of the world. This is Brahmaji's prayer. That I want to remain humble, yet I want to do your service. So humility does not mean inaction. Humility does not mean that we become complacent. Humility does not mean that we don't do our service. We become lethargic. Arjun was humble, yet he did so much. Brahmaji is humble, yet he does so much. Haridas Thakur was humble, yet he preached so much. Sanatan Goswami was humble, yet he did so much seva. Krishna Prema, Krishna Bhakti Seva Prevartan. Lupta Tirtha Uddhara Vairagya Shikshan. Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, they performed these services for Mahaprabhu. At the same time, very, very humble. Nidrahara Viharaka Divijitau Chatyanta Dino Chayo. Atyanta Dino. Very, very humble. That is the way of becoming dear to the Supreme Lord. What? That we do our service, yet remain humble. That is the way of becoming dear to the Supreme Lord, Prabhupada says, and receiving the Supreme Lord's, Krishna's benediction. Foolish men want to take credit for all creations made by them, but intelligent persons know very well that not even a blade of grass can move without the will of Lord Krishna. Thus, all the credit for wonderful creations must go to Krishna. That's an intelligent person. An egoistic person who is mudha, thinks that I am the doer. Vimudhatma, karta aham iti manyate. Whereas a devotee knows that nimitta matra bhava sarva sachin. I am simply an instrument in Krishna's hand. Text 24. Nabhiridadiha sato ambasiyasya pumso vijnana shaktiraham asamananta shakte rupam vichitramidamasya vivarnavato me mari rishishta nigamasya giram visargaha. Brahmaji is praying, Lord Vishnu's potencies are innumerable. Innumerable potencies Krishna has. Parasya Shaktir Vividhai Vashriya. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of the cosmic manifestation. So Brahmaji creates the cosmic manifestation, but it is actually made up of all the energies of Krishna. The ingredients Krishna is doing. Therefore, atra sargo visargascha. Sarga, the primary creation, is done by Krishna. Brahmaji is only the secondary creator. Like somebody, the parents will buy the Lego kit for the child, and the child will assemble the Lego kit and make some nice structure. So who made the nice structure? The kid. But who provided the ingredients? The parents, by giving the Lego. So like that, Krishna gives all the ingredients and also teaches Brahma how to create from within. Tadami buddhi yogam tam. Just like the parents will read the instructions in the Lego and say, okay, now put this block there, now connect this, now keep it here. Yeah. And the child will take the credit in the end. So exactly like that. in principle. So Krishna is the primary creator, Brahma is the secondary creator. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns. Nigamya Giram Visargaha. I should not stop chanting the holy mantras. Similarly, Khaite Shuite Yatha Tatha Namle Desh Kal Niyam Nahi Sarva Siddhi Hai. We should also always keep chanting. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Sajatam Kirtayan Tomam. So we should always keep chanting. Every person engaged in the material, beg your pardon, every person engaged in the transcendental loving service of Lord Krishna in this material world is prone to so many material activities. And if one is not strong enough to protect himself against the onslaught of material affection, he may be diverted from the spiritual energy. There are two types of energies, my dear friends, spiritual energy and material energy. Now, when we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we have taken shelter of the spiritual energy of Krishna. When we are browsing on the internet or we are watching a movie or some show, we are taking shelter of the material energy of the Lord. So these two energies are always available. And it is up to the Tatastha Shakti, the Jiva, whose shelter the Jiva wants to take. Krishna consciousness teaches us to take shelter of the divine energy. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivi prakriti ashrita. Srila Prabhupada is saying something very important in this sentence, the first sentence of the purport to verse number 24. I want all of us to pay attention, please. Very important. Every person engaged in the transcendental loving service of Lord Krishna in this material world, which means all of us, is prone to so many material activities. Are we not prone to material activities? Yes? Shama Vallavi Mataji? Yes? We are prone to material activities in this material world. Even though we are engaged in transcendental loving service of Lord Krishna, we are all doing Shravanam Kirtanam, but still there is a tendency to do material activities. Prabhupada is saying, and if one is not strong enough to protect oneself against the onslaught of material affection, one may be diverted away from the spiritual energy. Ajamil went to the forest for what? Ajamil did not go to the forest thinking that he will see. Ajamil went to the forest to pluck flowers for serving Lord Hari. Ajamil went to the forest to get some kusha grass for the worship of Lord Hari. Ajamil went to the forest to pluck some tulsi leaves for the worship of Lord Hari. While engaged in seva, he got diverted. That is exactly what Prabhupada is saying. Kalia Krishnadas did not go with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the South Indian tour thinking that he will meet the Bhratahari and get diverted by women and wine. He went there to serve Mahaprabhu. He went there to be with Mahaprabhu. But what happened? Along the course of his devotional service, he got washed away. This is Maya. Very strong. Prabhupada is saying, if one is not strong enough, how do we become strong? How do we become strong? Where do we get the bal? This bal comes from Balaram, Ādi Guru. If we are under the guidance of our Gurudev, the Guru Parampara, Mahajano Yana Gathasa Pantha, we are safe. We take one step out, then we are in danger zone. Then we are in danger zone. In his final will, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj wrote, in my entire life, means after initiation from Srila Prabhupada, that's when the life begins. It is Janma, Dvija. It's a second birth at the time of initiation. After initiation, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj writes in his will, I have not taken one step outside ISKCON. Because ISKCON is the will of Srila Prabhupada. ISKCON is the society created by Srila Prabhupada. I have not taken one step outside the institution of my Guru. This is very glorious and very inspiring. As long as we are under the protection and guidance of Sri Guru, we are on the right path. If we leave the service of Sri Guru and associate with the Bhartahari tribe, then we are in danger zone. As long as we are plucking the leaves, tulsi leaves and flowers from the forest and bringing them to our father for worship of Shaligram Shila, Shaligram Bhagwan, we are safe. Moment we start looking, what is that Shudra doing with that lady? We are gone. As long as Jamadagni's wife is going to the river to fill water, she is safe because she is bringing water for the service of her husband, Maharaj Jamadagni. But moment she starts watching the Gandharva, how handsome he is and how he's enjoying with his consorts, danger. Padam padam vipadam. In this material world, there is danger at every step. The only way out is samashritaya. Samashritaya, complete ashraya. Samashritaya padapallava plavam. Mahat padam punya yasho murare. Bhavam budhir vatsa padam. Padam padam yat vipadam natesha. The only way to avoid padam padam vipadam is samashritaya padapallava plavam. Mahat padam punya yasho murare. Taking shelter of the lotus feet of Murari completely. May sound difficult, but it is possible when we are in good association. When we are in good association. It is good association that gives us the inspiration. And ultimately, it is our Gurudev who gives us the strength. Just today, I was reading a letter written by Srila Prabhupada, where Srila Prabhupada writes that you are feeling my separation, feeling separation from me. Srila Prabhupada writes this letter to Brahmananda Prabhu, all the old time devotees, Jamuna Devi, Gurudas Prabhu. He writes to them that you are feeling separation from me. This is very good. One must feel separation from Sri Guru. But then Srila Prabhupada says physical presence is immaterial in spiritual life. The Guru is there in the sound vibration. The Guru is there in his instructions. And then Srila Prabhupada says, if you are feeling too much separation from me, you can keep my photo on the Vyasasana. That will mitigate your feelings of separation. But Prabhupada says, I am there in my instructions. You just follow my instructions and I am there with you. So this is the way of keeping ourselves protected. Prabhupada says, if one is not strong enough, and that strength comes from following the instructions of Gurudev. If Gurudev said, chant 16 rounds attentively in the morning, then every day in the morning we chant 16 rounds at least attentively, we get spiritual bal, we get spiritual strength. Unless we become spiritually strong, we will fall down, Prabhupada says. Further down, Srila Prabhupada says, Brahma, as the supermost Brahman, is afraid of such a fall down. Even Brahmaji is afraid of a fall down. How much more we should be afraid and cautious. And therefore, Brahmaji prays to Lord Vishnu for protection. This is a warning for one and all in spiritual advancement of life. Unless one is sufficiently protected by the Lord, one may fall down from his spiritual position. Therefore, one has to pray constantly to Lord Krishna for protection and blessing to carry out one's duty. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahi Mam. Constantly you have to pray to Krishna to protect us. Without Krishna's protection, It's very dangerous for us. Srila Prabhupada writes something very beautiful. Please listen carefully. The path of spiritual life is stated in the Vedas to be like the edge of a sharpened razor. Spiritual life means walking on a razor's edge. A little inattentiveness may at once create havoc and bloodshed. But one who is a completely surrendered soul, I repeat, but one who is a completely surrendered soul, samashritaye padapallavaplo, always seeking protection from the Lord in the discharge of his entrusted duties, always seeking protection of the Lord. Means sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja, means complete surrender. I have no other shelter. अग्रे कुरूणामथ पाण्डवानां दुःशासनेन हृतवस्त्रकेशा कृष्णा तदाक्रोशदनन्यनाथ गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति. Krishna means Draupadi. Krishna tadakroshad ananyanath. She called out Krishna because ananyanath, she had no other protector. Ananyanath. Exclusively she called out to Krishna, having no other recourse. Ananyanath. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ye jana paryupasate. That is required. Complete surrender of Krishna. Not taking shelter of anybody else. Therefore, we should not engage in demigod worship. Because that ananyata gets compromised. Always seeking protection from the Lord in the discharge of his entrusted duties. Always seeking protection. Has no fear of falling into material contamination. If we are completely surrendered, then there is no fear of falling into material contamination. Text 25. Sosavadabhra karuno bhagavan vivriddha premasmitena nayanamburuham vrijimban utthaya vishva vijayaya chano vishadam madhya panayatat purusha puranaha. Brahmaji is praying, Lord Vishnu, who is supreme and is the oldest of all, is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me. Premasmitena nayanam buruham vrijimham. He may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me. How? Nayana amburuham vrijimham. By opening his lotus eyes. Lord Vishnu can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection by kindly speaking his instructions. Madhya, sweet. Gira, words. Let Purusha Purana, let Krishna, the original oldest personality, Adi Purush, speak his sweet words to me and thereby remove my dejection. Brahmaji offered beautiful prayers and now he is praying to Krishna to please speak to him and instruct him. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapana. Sadhimam means instruct me. This is a memorization verse where Brahmaji is praying that Krishna is the supreme, Krishna is the oldest of all, Krishna is unlimitedly merciful, and prema smitena, with his loving smile, may Krishna bestow his benediction upon us by nayana amburaham vrijimban, by opening his lotus eyes and casting his karuna glance on us. Karuno Bhagavan. Krishna can uplift the entire cosmic manifestation. Vishva Vijayaya. Utthaya. He can uplift the whole cosmic creation. What to speak of one Jiva who is praying. And he can remove our dejection by kindly speaking his directions, his instructions to us. Purport. Srila Prabhupada says, Lord Krishna is ever increasingly merciful upon the fallen souls of this material world. Yes, we are fallen souls. Yes, we are stuck in this material world. But our hope is that Krishna loves us. Krishna cares for us. Further down in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the liberated souls can join in this blissful reciprocation of predominator and predominated, enjoyer and enjoyed. Krishna is the enjoyer, Purusha, Purusha Purana. He is the enjoyer, original enjoyer, and we are the enjoyed. We are Prakriti, predominated. Only the liberated souls can enjoy this blissful reciprocation without materially concocted ideas. We have to be liberated. Then we can relish loving exchanges with Krishna. Rasa. Radha Krishna eka atma dui deha dhari anyonye vilasa rasa aswadana kari. This rasa aswadan is possible for the pure devotees of Radha and Krishna. The typical example of such a transcendental exchange between the predominator and predominated is Lord Krishna's Rasa Leela with the Vraj Gopis. The Gopis are predominated expansions of the internal potency. And therefore, Lord Krishna's participation in the Ras Leela dance is never to be considered like the mundane relationship of man and woman. Bhagwan apitaratri sharadotpulla mallika viksharantu manas chakre yoga maya upashrita. Ras Leela, the Ras Panchadhyay begin with this verse. Ras Leela is performed under yoga maya, internal potency. It is rather the highest perfectional stage of exchange of feelings between the Lord and the living entities, Ras Leela. It is the highest manifestation of love between Krishna and his purest devotees. So this is a very beautiful memorization verse where there is a prayer to Krishna to bless us, to smile upon us, to shower his prema smitena, to shower his loving glance, nayana guruham vrijimban, upon us. So let's recite this one more time. So savadabhra karuno bhagavan vivriddha prema smitena nayanam buruham vrijimban utthaya vishva vijayaya chano vishadam madhya girapanayatat purusha purana. Text 26. Maitreya Uvacha. These are the prayers of Lord Brahma. Now Maitreya Muni continues speaking to Mahatma Vidur. Maitreya Uvacha Swasambhavam Nishamyaivam Tapo Vidya Samadhibhi Yavan Manovacha Stutva Virarama Sakhinnavat. Shri Maitreya Muni said, O Vidur, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead, Brahmaji saw his source is Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Lord Brahma prayed for his mercy as far as his mind and words would permit him. All these prayers, all these beautiful verses Brahmaji offered to Lord Vishnu, which we have been reading last so many sessions. Thus, having prayed, Brahmaji became silent as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge, and mental concentration. Yes, sometimes a sadhak prays, chants, and then becomes tired and silent. But internally, our remembrance of Krishna, internal Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They should go on always. Purport. Lord Brahma's enlightenment in knowledge was due to the Lord sitting within his heart. Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. Enlightenment comes from Krishna within. Further down, Srila Prabhupada says, the spiritual master outside, the Diksha Guru, and the spiritual master inside, within, Chaitya Guru, are both representations of Lord Krishna. Unless one has contact with such bona fide representations, one cannot claim to be a spiritual master. Lord Brahma had no opportunity to take the help of a spiritual master from outside because at that time Lord Brahma himself was the only creature in the universe. Therefore, on becoming satisfied by the prayers of Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu enlightened him about everything from within. Brahmaji's guru is directly Krishna. And Krishna from within enlightened him. And what Krishna speaks to Lord Brahma after hearing his sincere, beautiful prayers, Krishna willing, we will see day after tomorrow. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. From verse 27, we'll continue tomorrow, a day after tomorrow. And I'm hopeful we should be able to finish the chapter in the next session. We will try to finish the chapter in the next session. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Any questions? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare. Okay. So no questions. We will see you day after tomorrow. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Ram.